Hello, how are you? Louise here. On this video, I'm going to be talking with you about 3 benefits to having an inclusive business. Now, I'm just going to quickly check that I am live now. Beautiful, I am. Wonderful. So, like I just said, this video is about 3 benefits to being an inclusive business. And these are some things that maybe you haven't considered. Maybe it's not even something you would have even thought could be possible with being an inclusive business. So the very first one is it will attract more people to your business. So many of the businesses that I see, there are little things that like little words or symbols or idioms that are used, language that is used, that inadvertently is excluding certain groups of people or are marginalizing people even further without even knowing it, without any intention of doing that. This happens, and this happens so often when we are living in a society with so much of this unconscious biases happening about marginalized groups of people that it just comes so natural, and sometimes the links between it being something that's exclusive or excluding some people and whether it's included, the line is not so clear. Sometimes there's a little bit of a grey area. So by being more inclusive, consciously being more inclusive and learning about how your business can be more inclusive, you open your market up to so many more people. And because people who fit in those marginalized groups have felt that level of exclusion, we become really super aware of when there is exclusive language or when certain businesses are excluding certain groups of people who are also marginalized. And we have empathy and compassion for those groups of people. So even if you are not directly or if you're not directly excluding me or the way I identify or my group of marginalized people, if I see that you are in some way excluding other groups who are marginalized, who are experiencing the same kind of oppressive systems or the same kind of experiences that I experience, but in a different way, I'm also not going to do business with you because you don't have those same values that I have, and you also don't see how exclusion impacts other people. And it's not a conscious thing, and I totally get that, totally understand that, but that's why it's important to make sure we are consciously trying to learn and becoming aware of ways that we can be more inclusive. Now, I have said that it will bring more people to you if you are being inclusive, and we can see that it will open up that market to those people who are marginalized. They will start to feel this is a safe space for me to be. I want to do business in here, yes. And I feel like me being me will be safe in this space. What it will also do, it will weed out people who don't align with those things, because you're going to start talking about your values and the things that you stand for in that space. And that will get rid of people who don't align with the same things that you and your business align with. Now, that is a good thing. They're usually the people who really don't resonate with us at all. They're usually the people that in business are quite difficult to work with. The things just don't go right with them. So it's good to allow them to move on to another space that they resonate with better, that they fit with better. Now, what this also does is it not only opens up your business to be inclusive of those marginalized people, and then they want to come do business with you, it also opens up your business to people who are very privileged as well, because we are now moving into a space where we are conscious consumers. We no longer want to just do business with people to get the thing that they're selling. We also want to make sure if we are buying from that particular place that their values align with our values, and that the thing that they're trying to do in the world aligns with the world that we want to create. So if you are a business and you're like, yes, I support equality, I'm being inclusive as I can, I'm learning through this process, and you are showing up in that way and expressing that, you are going to attract more kind-hearted people who want to create that world as well. People who are very privileged and who do have that choice of where they go to get their products and services. So that is benefit number one. So benefit number two of being a more inclusive business is that it leads to the most innovative, most cutting edge, leading edge businesses. Because before I get onto that, I'm going to talk about having diversity in your business and amongst your customer base or client base as well. You can't have that diversity in your business if you don't have inclusion first. So what you need to be doing in your businesses is creating a space where people know that if they are there, they will be seen, they will be heard, they will be valued, they will be respected by you. And by creating that inclusive space where they know that they will be there, totally seen and valued as a person, a whole person, regardless of however they identify, that is the thing that creates real diversity. It's not this forced diversity where you're saying, I want to have all these diverse people here. It's about you creating the space and the container for them first. And then they will naturally be attracted and want to come and work with you or be your client or your customer. And so then we're moving on to how that creates that innovation. So in lots of spaces where we have people who identify in the same way, have the same kind of life experiences and things like that, we're all thinking in the same way. It's kind of like an echo chamber. We're just all kind of saying one idea and we're all saying, yeah, that's great, but there's nothing much more outside of that scope of our current thinking. When you are creating a business that is inclusive, and because of that inclusivity, you have created a space where all those diverse groups of people are now coming into it. When you are talking and asking your team or your clients for feedback or ideas, this is when it creates a beautiful, almost like a mastermind or a community mind thing. That's my attempt at a gender neutral way of speaking about it, where you bring so much more knowledge from so much different cultures. You bring different experiences based on what those people have personally experienced, and so many ideas that aren't in our current culture. So when you do that, that's when we start creating amazing new businesses that are doing things that no other businesses are doing. And it is creating beautiful, inclusive spaces where we are solving problems in different ways based on experiences of those people who are actually experiencing those things. So that is another way we can really support the growth, innovation, and becoming thought leaders in our industries is through that inclusion and diversity space. And benefit number three is it also transforms your business from a two-dimensional business into a three-dimensional business. So a two-dimensional business is, this is who I am and this is what I sell. And like I said earlier in this video, we are no longer wanting to do business with businesses like that. We want to know who you are, what you're selling, and what you stand for. Because we're becoming conscious consumers. We don't want to be doing business with companies that have dire effects on our environment, or who don't believe in equality or human rights or things like that. So we want to be making sure that we are showing up and sharing our values, what we stand for in our business, because that will attract more people to it. I don't know about you, but I've certainly looked at businesses and have considered doing business with them, but because they don't show what their values are and their outlook on what they want to be creating in the world, I don't do business with them, because I don't know if that's what they're doing and how they're contributing to our society or our world is something in alignment with me. However, if there is a business that is showing up as they are with their values, what they stand for, what they want to do in the world, and how they want to support that creation of it, so they might be wanting to support inclusion or equality in the world, I am actually willing to give them more money because I align with what they want to create in the world too. So those are 3 benefits of having an inclusive business. If you are a business and you are looking for any kind of ideas and plans and strategy on how to become more inclusive, I am available. I will put a link in the description. We can do a 15-minute clarity call, and I can share with you how I can help you. There are multiple ways I can do that. I have courses, I do coaching, and there's also lots of free content that I do as well. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. I would love to just have a chat with you. If you found these interesting, please also let me know, because I want to know what you want to learn more about or hear more about. So thank you so much for joining me on this video. If you are watching the replay, please put #replay and I'll come back and answer any of your comments or questions. Sending much love to you on this beautiful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.